What is going on, guys? It's your boy Ellis here. So today I was going on a motorway and I thought I'll just do a little video showing how to drive on the motorway. Loads of people that are scared of driving on the motorway. The first time I went on the motorway, I was just with my girlfriend, and it was such a crazy experience because obviously I've never been on a motorway before, and it was just complete silence because obviously she's trying not to worry me, and it was just like, yeah, it was really scary the first time I went on because I had no prior experience whatsoever and I just went on first time. So I'm gonna give you my little tips and tricks that I've learned and how to be a master of the motorway. These are my tips anyway, so obviously there might not be what it says in the DVLA book or whatnot, but this is how I drive on the motorway. I don't drive reckless, by the way, but I'll just show you anyways. So we're about to go on the, you know, the slip road to go down the motorway and then merge on the main motorway itself. When you're about to merge on the motorway, because you're merging on the left, and on the left that's where the lorries normally are, so if there's lorries coming towards you, you're more likely gonna panic because there's like lorries coming full speed towards you and you're just merging on the motorway. Especially if you're a new driver, you're more likely gonna be scared of lorries. But it does help when you have a car like mine, as I've came to realize, because if you have a slow car and you put your foot down, then you don't really get that momentum to go. So when I'm merging onto the motorway, as I'm about to do now, I just drop a gear and I just go. And then already I'm up to speed, I'm doing 70 miles an hour. In a slower car, that would be, I don't know. When I was driving my mom's Ford, I was mainly in the middle lane, but I'm gonna go over in the middle lane in a minute anyways. I'm in the right hand lane, I'm doing around 80 miles, well 70 miles an hour, I'm sorry. I'm doing around 70 miles an hour. And it's just so calm. This guy is coming up from my left, so I can't really go over. You have to check your mirrors constantly. Look at this guy just storming past on my left. You're not meant to undertake. As I was just about to go over, I saw him storming down. So I was just like, okay, I have to hold back and wait. So now I can go over because he's gone and there's no one close around me. I've got my girlfriend with me and I'm gonna ask her to ask me a few questions if she was like, because she's learning to drive now. So I'm gonna, where am I going?
Go up that way.
So anyways, I've got my girlfriend with me now, so I'm gonna ask her to ask me a few questions like she would like to find out if she was about to drive on the motorway for the first time. Go on.
So if you're a newly driver, and we, you know, as new drivers, when you get on the motorway, it's a really nervous time for you and it's going to be really hard. That merge and how quick your car, what if the only car they could afford is not a fast car? What would you advise for them with that merge apart from speed?
Well, if you got a slower car, then it's just like stay in the left lane and stay in the left lane and just look in your right mirror to see what's coming. If you can see it's safe, then it's fine to go out. But sometimes when I'm about to merge on the motorway, there's lorries literally right next to me. And if that's the case, just brake and then try to go behind that lorry, if that makes sense. Don't try and get in front of it if you know you probably haven't got the speed to do it. So that should be it. So my recommendation would just be to stay in the left lane if you can. Just stay in the left lane and just merge on slowly. You don't have to go balls out like I did, because obviously, I'm not saying I'm a master of the motorway, but you know, I've done it a few times, so it's all good.
So what would you recommend for new drivers when you're being sandwiched by two lorries? I mean, that's a scary. Yeah, that is okay. When you're driving next to a lorry, when you're driving next to a lorry and I'm in the car on the motorway, I feel very scared because you don't know if they could see you in the mirror. So what's your advice to keeping distance? How far do you think you should stay away from a lorry on the motorway?
Well, me personally, I try to, oh, look at this M4. I'm so sorry, look at this oh my God, look at it. Please video it. I don't care, look at that. Oh, and he's just gone. I'm sorry guys, you know I love the M4, so that just got my attention. Anyways, back to the question. I hate being in the left lane, especially on the hard shoulder. Yeah, so I'm in the middle lane, just chilling. Okay, so what was the question? If you're getting sandwiched by two lorries, basically I don't like staying next to lorries because they're just so massive, and depends on how small your car is, you can get a little draft from them which can cause your car to swivel side to side. So I don't like staying next to it. The moment I see a lorry, I just hammer it past it. Like I'll stay back for a minute until the car in front of me has passed it to a certain extent where I can just go straight past it. If I get to show an example of that, I'll show you. But I don't like staying next to lorries, behind lorries or anything.
Right, but you're talking as though an expert driver, because you've been driving for a while, but for new drivers it's hard to hammer past lorries. So what's the distance?
Just don't go past them.
Just don't go past them.
If you see a lorry, you don't have to always go, but you can just maintain a speed. They max out, I think, at 70 miles an hour. So if you're doing 70 miles an hour, then you're just gonna keep that distance. Unless you go faster, then, and they're always in the left lane anyway, so if you're going past them, you don't have to hammer past them. You can just go over in the right lane and just slowly go past them. But you're not really in a rush to get past lorries, in my opinion anyways. If you're a new driver, that shouldn't be your focus. Oh, look at this Lotus. Damn, please get this Lotus. This is went from a lesson to a car spotting on the motorway video. Look at this Lotus. The girl's just sleeping. Oh wow, that's so nice. So as always, if you can, just stay in the left lane, because that's one of the safest lane, and it saves you. You only really have to look through one mirror when you're in the left lane. You only have to look on your right hand side. If you're in the middle lane, then you have to check both sides, and if you're in the right lane, then you obviously have to check the left side. But then you have cars storming past. The ideal car to come on a motorway with, it would be a BMW, a Mercedes, or an Audi. I want to try and count how many BMs, how many Mercs and Audis I see go past. I probably won't be able to because I'm focused on driving, but they dominate the right hand lane. They dominate the right hand lane because it's such powerful cars. They just hit down the right hand lane at like 100 miles an hour, and it's nothing for them. This is not like me. I'm not normally in the left hand lane like this, just chilling. It's only because I'm doing a video and I'm trying to focus. I'm normally over. I just like to get where I'm going. So look at that. There's another BMW just gone past, an Audi in front of that BMW. That's why I'm like, there's just so many Audis and BM that just storm past in the right hand lane. So those are like the ideal motorway cars, in my opinion anyways. Well, obviously any car is good for the motorway, but them specific cars are just like the bad boys on the motorway. If you see one of them in your rearview mirror, just get out of the way, because they like just want to get where they're going.
What would you recommend to calm our nerves? Like, how do you think we should, like, you know, a lot of people get nervous once it's their first time coming on the motorway. They're really anxious. How did you calm your nerves?
First time I got on the motorway, I was stressed to an extent, but I adapted quickly and I got the groove of it quickly. But what I'm doing now, I think is perfect for a new job. I'm just sitting in the left hand lane, going like 60 miles an hour, and it's so chill. Like, make sure you know where you're going, because the motorway is tricky. If you make a wrong turn, you're probably going somewhere you don't want to go for like 20 miles before you can turn around. So if you know exactly where you're going and you got a sat nav to tell you where you're going, then...
So as a new driver, what are some of the signs that you have to look out for once you're on the motorway?
Well, make sure you're aware of what's ahead of you. That's for one, because if there's traffic ahead of you, then the speed dramatically just drops. Like if there's an accident, people just stop, and it's surprising how scary it is when you see a car that's stopped right in front of you. Like I've seen it's happened to me a few times where there's a car that's slowed down so quickly, and it's just caught me off guard, where I have to like not jam on my brake, but I have to apply my brake quickly not to run into the back of that car. And because you're going at such a high speed, you kind of have to make sure you have plenty of distance, obviously, so when a situation like that occurs, then you're not running into the back of anyone. It's kind of an instinctive kind of thing. Like if I'm about to press my brake, I always look what's behind me, because if there's someone slightly close to me, I don't want to just jam on my brake, because if someone done that to me, then I'm just going to, I might not react straight away, and I might end up running to the back of that person. So if I'm about to put my brake on, I always look and see how far that person is behind me, and then I can judge how much brake I should apply and how quickly I can slow down. But that depends on what's in front of me as well. If it's something serious in front of me, then regardless of what's behind me, I have to just hit my brake. But just make sure you keep an eye of what's in front of you.
Okay, what are some of the important signs that new drivers should really pay attention to?
Signs?
Yeah, like signs on the motorways. What signs do you think is very, like, new drivers should be aware of?
If you're looking for signs, this is like, if there's congestion, it will normally display and it just says slow down. So it's not really like any signs to tell you what to do with. If there's a lane closure or anything, it will tell you. So you be aware of it, because you're looking ahead of you, so you can see all the messages and stuff. So it's nothing to really worry about. Honestly, I don't even know what the signs look like. It's just like, when you see them, you just know them because you've already done them in your theory, so you know what the signs are. They're not always there. Like now, the motorway is just nice and calm. Going back to lorries, they are super annoying. Like the moment they indicate, that's the moment they change lane. It's like when they're about to change lane, they move the steering wheel to the direction that they want to go and the indicator comes on. When you're in the middle lane and there's a lorry to the left and there's a lorry in front of him, just be aware that he's not trying to overtake. Yeah, but anyways guys, I want to wrap this video up. I might not have covered everything with 100% detail as you would like, but I think the important bits are just, if you go on the motorway for the first time, go with someone, preferably a parent, and plan your route in advance. And check your tires, make sure your tires are fine, make sure you have petrol because you don't want to run out of petrol on the motorway. And I think that's just key. So that's it. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment and subscribe. I'm about to go race this. No, I was gonna say I'm gonna race this Type R, but it's too granny, so it's alright. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.